This is actually just about a friend. I'm trying to help out my business, and the ads are still doing well. Although I did just hear you say something actually that gives me a question on my company. So we're out of learning phase on quite a few things. You're saying that, or at least some, this is just one, you're saying if we introduce new ads into these active ad sets, it doesn't really affect it as long as we still have purchases coming through?
Yeah, because it's on a rolling 7. Most people don't understand that concept, but it essentially means as long as you have 50 purchases always in your last 7, you can launch as many new ads in there as possible without having to worry about learning. It's actually really, phenomenal. I wouldn't even consider it a loophole. I mean, it's really just an awesome key feature because the audience knows what it's doing. Were you here whenever we were going over the candles?
And the last guy there,
Yeah, well, at the very beginning, there was he was promoting one specific type of candle out of learning, and he ended up launching one ad in there just to see, because I told him to, but he was hesitant. He put it in, and that audience specifically, that ad dropped from like an average across his entire account of a 11 cost per purchase down to $3 cost per purchase at a 7x ROAS. So that's like a prime example. Like launching new ads and exited ad sets that have exited learning is like a really good way to bump your ROAS.
Okay, so if we take an ad set, does it have to be doing, like this one's doing 77 purchases a week, for instance, but I guess all of these ad sets are active. So any of these we can put new ads into, and it's safe to assume that they'll get back into out of learning pretty much right away.
That's correct.
Interesting. Okay, good to know. I will experiment with that.
Yeah.
My question
with one audience, don't like just go launch across the board. Just do it with one audience, see it work, and then once you like it, then do it for the rest.
Right.
Interesting. To mitigate your risk.
Yeah. Okay, I will give that a try. I'm just helping a buddy out. I'm wondering if you've ever done anything in this niche before for auto loan lead generation. He's got a dealership. There's actually 5 dealerships that basically told him, hey, we'll buy every lead you can get us. So he's coming to me trying to help him generate leads. And it seems like a very competitive space. And we set up a site pretty much like every other site where people land and what kind of car you want. And then do you make $1,800 a month or more, et cetera, collects the lead. We're getting leads for about $50 right now, which is high. So I'm wondering if you just have experience with this and what you think about the space.
Our last call, somebody's has that exact business.
Oh, crazy. Okay.
So yeah, to answer your question, we do.
Yeah, and so do you have any general advice here? I'm basically just doing cold interest testing on what you would expect, car finance, trucks, automobiles. I think the ads are pretty solid. I think the form is pretty simple. Looks like this.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ads are fine. It's the lead cost that's concerning to me. So go to the website.
Yeah.
So what was the first question?
I go back here.
Do they have a conversion rate on this form?
Yeah, this conversion rate's pretty bad. It's like 3%.
What?
We had another form that we were doing. I wonder if this is actually still live.
That 17% for one made me uncomfortable. I know that.
You had 17%?
That 17% is uncomfortable. That's an uncomfortable number. Who wants to be told they've made 17% of the way? Nobody wants to know that. They want to know they're 50% more, like 50% or more done. Even if it's not 50, you got to start at least there.
Okay, interesting.
And then what you do is when it gets to 50, you start at 50, then it goes to like 60, then 75, and then it goes to 80, and then it goes 83, 88, 91, 92, 93, and the percentage goes so much smaller. You know, just similar to how things load online. You remember back like when things used to take forever and load, they would load all the way to 98%, and then you'd wait for ages on that last 2%, because like the whole design aspect and functionality was that people wouldn't abandon a site if it was just at 98%. And they would wait like 2 minutes when the first 98% took like 3 seconds. Same model here. So you have to start that way higher for one. Two, you gotta make sure this is for mobile. I bet you this thing takes forever to load these little images if they're not SVGs.
Well, we just switched to this new form because of that exact problem. Yeah, so is that a big factor in this space? Is it's got to load really fast?
If it loads in less than 3 seconds, you're going to beat out at least 80% of advertisers on bids. Facebook will reward you a significant margin because of it.
Okay. Got it.
So SVGs will literally, you know, fix that instantly. The other thing is,
we've made it just click only. So all they care about is, do you make 1,800 a month or more? And then it has cookies, but have you earned that income for more than 3 months? Date of birth, address, and then the lead info.
Do these forms autofill?
The address does, yeah.
Okay. The other thing is, okay, keep going. Let's see what the final questions are.
It does seem like this is pretty slow right now. Wow, crazy, this isn't loading at all. That could be our problem. What's that?
Too many questions at the end.
Too many questions?
At the end. You should, the last thing should be like email. The third question should be, the second question or the third question should be first name, last name. The fourth question will be the phone number, and then the last question will be the email. If that alone is an 80% conversion rate model. We've done this with over 100,000 conversions. We've tested this so many times, it's unreal.
So you're saying just separate, add 4 steps at the end?
Yeah, your first name needs to be the second or third question. It's proven. Your phone number has to follow after your first name, not the email. The phone number always has to come after. Then the email comes at the second to last question or the last question.
Got it.
And that'll do it. And there shouldn't be a next button here. It should be submit.
Right.
Because if they're doing 4 questions here and then they're like, next, oh my gosh, what's the next one going to be? Because in their mind, they've been answering 1 at a time and now 4. So they're thinking, okay, if I hit next now, I'm going to have like 8. And then the fifth thing is the congratulations here at the top. Don't congratulate until they're finished. You don't want them to get a hit of dopamine from the excitement, like, oh, I did it, but it's not ready. Right. The congratulations should be after where they hit submit, or on the email, like it should be, your pre-approval is ready, where should we send it? And then they enter in their email, submit, and then boom, congratulations with party popper emojis.
Right. Okay. So you're saying, are all the other questions okay? I mean, that's just kind of what's required for the lead.
Oh yeah, the questions are fine. It's just how you organize it all. It's the exact same thing. No questions need to be removed. It's just the way that you get them through the process.
Got it.
There's a lot, the 17% thing, the congratulations here, the 4 at the end when they're doing 1 at a time. It's kind of backwards. So
right. Okay.
Once you do that, this is going to be converting at $1, $2, $3 leads all day long.
Yeah, and do you think that there's an issue with having like we switched away from this because people have to hit the continue button, and this form technically is faster, but it's,
you don't want to
sitting yes and continue. Yeah. Okay, same kind of thing. So after that question, there'd be first name, last name, phone number. Where are you looking for a vehicle after that?
Yeah, go to the other one again.
The other form.
Yeah. So it says 100% complete there as well at the form I saw,
Right.
so it wasn't. Yeah, I mean, it's all those things add up to the greater conversion rate. Once that's fixed, I mean, it's going to be unreal how much it'll convert.
Interesting. Okay. Is there a tool that you use to create forms like this that's really fast?
Yeah.
What do you recommend?
I'll send you the link right now. Well, actually, if you go to the resources page and then you just, here we go. Let me know if this makes it over in chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the third one. Yeah, the third one down. There it is.
Convert.
So right there.
Got it.
That is a form, and you just build the exact same thing that you have. You're gonna have to build it. But the nice thing is that you're able to track your conversions, and I'll show you the drop-off points, and I'll give you the recommendations on where, and you'll be able to see the actual data based off of other forms that have like converted at like 80,000 submissions, or like other people who did like 160,000 or like, you know, 1.2 million submissions in their conversion rates, because they have more compelling data and you're able to use that.
Interesting. Perfect. I will, and this is fast. That's the main thing, is like the loading speed's good on these.
I've never had an issue with the loading speed on this.
Okay. So you don't think this is just an issue of the form? Ads look good. We're doing the right thing with the ad sets. It's just getting that conversion right.
Yeah, I can tell the ads right. I've been doing this too long to know.
Yeah. And do you like sending people directly to the first question and just having info underneath, or do you like sending them to like a home page first where they have to click to get started on the questions like this?
Oh, absolutely not.
So yeah, straight to the first question.
Yeah, straight to this. This is what that's going to do you really well. It's just a matter of structuring in a way that really converts.
Got it. Okay, that's really helpful. Thank you. I will give that a go. And I just have one other really quick thing. This is actually for my fiance's side business. I'm just curious your thoughts